Killer Kowalski. And in this corner, weighing 225 pounds, from Paris, France, Eduardo Carpentier. Your referee, Frank Ellis.
Edouard Carpentier, the European champion, spotting the methodical Mahler, Killer Kowalski, 275 pounds. He's spotting him 50 pounds. Should be a great match. The methodical monster, Kowalski, more of a stomper than a wrestler. He has sheer strength, a lot of moves, but known for his methodical tactics in the ring. It's sort of an unsportsmanlike conduct, too. Carpentier starting off at a disadvantage. This match is officially underway, and Carpentier is in a lot of trouble. The Killer, the methodical one, known as one of the roughest and most cruel wrestlers in the mass sport, once used a knee drop on Yukon Eric and tore the latter's ear off. He broke several of the wrestler's legs, and he's out after Carpentier. Carpentier has yet to make his move, his first offensive move. He's still stunned a little, trying to get his breath and move away. There he goes. Beautiful. Brainbuster sends Carpentier down to both knees. And the methodical Mahler's still going after Carpentier. Referee Frank Ellis wanted to know if Carpentier gave up. He said, no, I'm ready to wrestle. A hammerlock. Let's see what he does with it. And a headbutt sends down Kowalski to the canvas. Kowalski certainly can dish it out. Let's see if he can take it. Two of the biggest top-name professional wrestlers going at it now. Carpentier under a hammerlock as it's applied by the methodical monster Killer Kowalski. Kowalski's out of the ring. Back in at the count of 6. Look on Kowalski's face. That right sent here Kowalski soaring about 1.5 feet off the canvas. Trying for a leg dive, misses. Misses it right. Oh! Trying for a pin. Kowalski out of the ropes. That happened in the center of the ring. I think it may have gone to 1, 2, 3 in favor of Carpentier. A body slam on the midsection. Oh! Kowalski running for cover. Kowalski in at the count of 7. Kowalski hollering no, the fans hollering yes. Carpentier never left go with a hammerlock. Now the arm lock. With the pressure being applied to the shoulder and to the wrist. Now where? Not over this way, right above the microphones. Carpentier, the top turnbuckle. Kowalski's down. Into the turnbuckle twice, and that hurt. Kowalski dazed. A great match on Wrestling Champions between Edouard Carpentier to the right of your screen against the methodical monster killer Kowalski. What a butt! Backbreaker. See if Carpentier can get out of it. If not, that could be it. He dropped to the chest. Carpentier manages to get the right shoulder up. Looked like a pin. It's amazing how this bout, once Carpentier is on the offensive, then Kowalski back and forth. Two real wrestling champions going at it. Fans here pulling for Carpentier. Airplane spin. Oh, and Kowalski lost his equilibrium. He went flying high. Carpentier. Hard to get his balance. Same way with Kowalski. That was a long airplane spin. Here comes the right. Kowalski trying for a body slam. Goes back to the canvas. But manages to put his foot over the lower rope. Oh! That up, Carpentier will be making grapes. Grape juice. A running slam. Oh! That's 50 pounds his own weight. Carpentier thought he'd get the fall, but no luck. Both wrestlers in great shape. Alice just ducking in time. The referee almost got a hard right. Time has run out on this match. Curfew. The match between Carpentier in the foreground. In the background, Killer Kowalski being retained by the referee, Frank Alice. Let's go up into our ring announcer, Len Sterling, and see what he has to say. Len?
At the end of the time limit with no falls, there's no decision.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we take you to Comiskey Park ringside and the ring announcer, Leonard Sterling, for the introductions to the wrestling match of the century.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. These wrestling exhibitions are presented by the National Wrestling Alliance and sanctioned and supervised by the State Athletic Commission of Illinois. Your attending physician, Dr. John Beluzzi, your timekeeper, Bob Klaus, your referee, Stan Sarbanek. For the National Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Championship of the World, best 2 out of 3 falls, 60-minute time limit. In this corner, weighing 242 pounds, from Camden, New Jersey, the NWA United States title holder, Buddy Rogers. And in this corner, weighing 230 pounds, formerly of New Zealand, now of Chicago, the NWA heavyweight champion of the world, Pat O'Connor.
In just a moment, wrestling fans, this big one, the one that's been shaping up for several years, that both these wrestlers have been pointing for, and the one that has brought 50,000 plus wrestling fans out here to Comiskey Park to see, is going to be underway. Best 2 out of 3 falls for the world's heavyweight wrestling championship. That championship currently held by Pat O'Connor, 33 years old, 231 pounds, and as you could tell from those introductions by Len Sterling, a very popular champion. Challenging him for the championship, for the world title, is the United States heavyweight champion, Buddy Rogers of Camden, New Jersey, 240 pounds. And his manager and second, Bobby Davis. This is 2 out of 3 falls. Referee is Stan Sarbanek of Chicago. The bell and this world's heavyweight championship match is underway. Which way it'll go? Well, your guess is as good as mine. We've talked to many experts in recent weeks, men who have been through the wrestling mill and in the wrestling wars for years, and they have refused to commit themselves or make a prediction. They say it's even. The men are as evenly matched as 2 wrestlers could possibly be, and that it could go either way. So who are we to make a prediction? That's Buddy Rogers with his back to you, 240 pounds. Pat O'Connor with the dark trunks, 231 pounds. Pat O'Connor rebounding with that hard forearm blow, following one from Rogers, which seemed to irritate him. And he brought a yell of delight from this crowd. Yes, sirree, we've been watching for this one. And here it is on Wrestling Champions, where you see the world's greatest wrestlers. We'd like to remind you fans, too, if you're in Chicago, be sure to stop out at Marigold Arena for wrestling every Wednesday and Saturday. But right now, it's at Comiskey Park before better than 50,000 enthusiastic, wild fans who have been waiting for this World Championship match. And it's Buddy Rogers, Nature Boy, with that double wrist lock on Pat O'Connor, trying desperately to kick loose. You can appreciate the fine physical condition of both these boys. They have risen to the top, and have been determined to stay there by dint of constant conditioning and exercise. True gentleman of the ring. And he takes Rogers down with sheer strength. O'Connor, a master of many holds. One of the real scientific wrestlers in the ring today. Buddy Rogers, who knows the holds but prefers to bash and bang as he did just now, but he ran into a tyro in O'Connor. With that spinning armbar. He's going to twist that arm right off of Rogers, and this crowd loves every second of it. Rogers in pain. And Sarbanek looking for the signal that he's had enough. We can't tell. He's waving that arm around frantically as O'Connor twists that arm. Rogers trying to scramble under the ropes, is pulled away by O'Connor. And 50,000 fans roar their approval. Sarbanek gets that count up to 2, but Rogers manages to pull that shoulder up off the mat. We notice that Rogers is wearing a bandage on his right elbow, and with O'Connor working on that left arm, we may find that Rogers will not be able to work at peak efficiency as O'Connor grinds in the punishment. And you can veritably hear Rogers scream in pain, reaching for the ropes. A grueling, punishing arm lock, but Rogers pounds his way free. Both boys exchanging body slams. That hip lock by O'Connor, fast as a whip. A real champion. What a match. This is the first fall in this World's Heavyweight Championship match, ladies and gentlemen, at Comiskey Park in Chicago. And this crowd has been screaming from the second it started. Thrills galore. Many, many dignitaries and officials of the wrestling world here today.